And I want to touch on, just in conclusion, before we go into the question and answer period, I want to touch on the fact that there is a book, and anybody who's interested in this book, I have the name of the book, and it's about a group called Melungeons. And these Melungeon people, there's a man called Brent Kennedy, and he had this disease, sarcoidosis. And you know, we have these people in the South, and many Afro-Americans may have like an ancestor, like in the South you were like Native, or you're white American, or there's another one called Geechees. They're not natives and they're not Afro-Americans. We call them Geechee, like Portuguese, okay? Now this man of the Geechee people, you know, looking for his disease, when he got a grant, I think it's a Ford Foundation, and he found out that his disease, the gene pool, is similar to people who live all around the Mediterranean region, especially in North Africa and in Turkey. He also found out that the Melungeon people, that these people were actually the people who were working on the boats. And when Santa Elena was conquered by the British when they came into America, because you know the Spanish were first there, right? So when the British came in and were conquering territory, these Melungeon people went into the mountains and they mixed with the native people. And so there are actually literal reports which are coming out of Jamestown, Virginia, which are coming out of North Carolina, South Carolina, where the people are actually writing about individuals who drop down to pray 5 times a day facing east. One group called themselves Mecca Indians. They found Qurans. The Powhatan Indians' description of paradise is exactly as the Quran is. And so these Melungeon people, and it's a very interesting study, because these Melungeon people have played a role in history. Nancy Hanks, the wife of Abraham Lincoln, was a Melungeon. And this is a serious study. It's going on right now. And people who are coming from that part of the world, you know, who have names like Bennett and Coleman and Adkins and Goins and Williams, if you're coming from that part, you probably would be one of these Melungeon people. And so they had an impact which is not being discussed in the history books.